this latest episode of the show where I, your probably not so humble DM, take 6 intrepid adventurers through the land of Barovia, where they attempt to break the curse upon the land. The curse of Strahd. This is Cursebreakers, and we shall start with Cam for introductions.
Hello, I'm Cameron. I play Kay Devilwood as Smart Paladin.
And then we'll jump to Jamie.
Hello, I'm Jamie. I play Elias Fernand, the Bard of Lore.
And then we'll jump to Chris.
I play Ails, the human life clip. Wait a minute, we haven't got time for this. We've got to kill a rock. People dying.
And then we'll jump to Kirsty.
Hello, I'm Kirsty. I play Raven the Rogue.
And Steph.
Hi, I'm Steph. I play Porky the Barbarian.
And Tank.
Hi, I'm Tank. I play Hellweir the Fighter Rogue.
For now.
And yes, which brings us to our recap. So, at the beginning of the session, we started with a dream sequence for Hellweir, where he was approached by a figure made of the storms that were battering his ship in this dream, who offered him the power to be as the storm, should they find him in the future. After this dream sequence, everyone woke up. The chicken, which had been weirdly staring at Eos in an almost hungry fashion, was put inside the animated armor for everyone's protection, but seemingly now has some sort of symbiotic relationship with the armor, who now only answers the name Bjarken. The party continued on where they were ambushed by scarecrows, zombies, and yep, they managed to fight their way through, Cade actually getting a kill. Fairly surprising.
Worst episode ever.
After doing so, they were introduced to a figure simply known as Mother, who was formed out of a swarm of insects and seemed to be the one responsible for the scarecrows and for several other things. But they didn't fight, they merely spoke and then left. The party continued on their way into the Selenka Pass, where things began to take a turn for the cold. The weather began to sap their bones, weakening some. But eventually they arrived at a gateway lit by green flame. That formed a barrier. Green flame, indeed. And surmounted by 2 strange statues. Upon examining these statues, they came to life, attacking the party. But during the battle, it seems that a much larger threat, both in terms of size and actual threat, was alerted, for a rock decided to join the battle. And currently has Hellweir suspended over a sheer drop of approximately 500 feet. He has tied himself to the rock's foot, and there is a rope tied to Cade as well. But that is where we left off. So I will now start things up, and we'll start with the initiative at Hellweir, I guess, because that's what my thing is showing. And I will play some funky music that hopefully plays the tune that it actually is meant to play.
I think Hellweir. Wow, what?
That is not what it's meant to play.
I mean, that'll do.
That'll do.
Yeah.
Snowball fight.
Would you like to try again?
Oh my god.
Beautiful.
I regret not having the bot muted now.
Oh my god. I think
What? Wow, Botchfire is loud.
from one extreme to another there.
Okay.
Oh God.
Yeah, James, I think Hellway went last before we ended session
Okay.
because he rolled an acrobatics there, didn't
Yeah.
Yeah, that was to try and break the grip.
Yep.
I'm gonna need an audio check on the stream, guys. I don't know what's going on.
That was mad.
Yeah, it went. It seemed to have reset my volumes back to 100 rather than 10, like they were set to. So apologies to any audience members, but hopefully things are okay now.
I don't
Rick,
know
anyone
about
use headphones?
I don't know about everyone else, but I've got the volume in Twitch right up to the top, and I'm barely hearing us talk.
What? You're not hearing?
Like, it's as if I've got it on the lowest volume.
You can adjust it yourself, you know.
Yeah, but I mean, I've got it right up to the top, and it's
Right, we're good. We're good.
yeah.
Right.
I think it's sorted out now.
Right. We'll start with Casimir then, because Hellweir did take turn last time to try to break free, but wasn't quite able to do so. Casimir will take his steps up, and seeing that Hellweir has attempted to secure himself and is currently also secured to the party. Actually, I will just check the ranges because, yep, he's going to attempt to firebolt the foot to try to get the rock to let go. Because that seems a sensible thing to try. Unfortunately, he misses, and the firebolt just goes off into the distance, bringing us to Elias.
I am going to use Soundwave on it to. No, so I'm going to inspire Eos first,
Hey.
and then I'm going to hold Soundwave until after Raven goes.
Okay, so you're going to hold Soundwave for after Eos goes.
Yeah, that's what I meant to do.
Okay,
After Raven.
Eos.
Okay. So, seeing Hellweir is on literally no health, is being suspended in air. He's literally a lifeline from being killed at this point. But worst case scenario is he gets taken away. So I'm going to shout as loudly as I can so he can hear me. Hellweir, you have to trust me. That thing tries to take you away. Jump, swap, and drop.
Okay.
Can't have you getting too far from us. Just trust me. And I'm going to launch a guiding bolt at 3rd level at the rock.
Okay. That is a very solid hit.
For some reason it didn't ask me what level to cast that.
I
no,
I asked when you click the damage.
Yeah, cool. So that's a whopping 27 points.
Yep.
Radiant damage.
And advantage.
Yeah.
And the next shot has advantage on it. And yeah, I'll just turn to Raven and say, bring that thing down. It's going to kill Hellweir.
Just checking.
It's like,
Raven's just kind of like, after last session, yeah. I don't really have anything that I can really use that's going to make much of a... Have you seen his shots recently?
You have advantage.
He's still doing his little bird dance and you're all attacking it and he's just like, well, okay, fine, whatever.
Yeah, you do have
he was trying to
advantage.
entice it back with his bird dance and, you know, you're all shooting at it. That's not going to help.
That is true.
Maybe if you make distressed bird noises, it will come over. Maybe. Does Porky actually suggest that? Probably, yes.
Oh my god.
Hellweir will
Okay,
die.
he's
Do
gonna
not
change
kill
it
it.
up then, and he'll make distressed bird noises instead.
Okay, roll me a performance check.
Because literally his bow and arrow is probably pretty much useless at this
With
point. He's like,
disadvantage
I have lost
because
faith.
you're exhausted. Oh, right, the music stopped. Excellent. Of course she gets music pop.
Yes, my
What was it that I
anxiety
was
has
doing?
significantly dropped now.
Damn, 4. Ooh. It was worth a shot. He's not very good at it. Definitely not.
Right, so that misses, bringing it, which I believe was when your action was held for, I believe.
Yeah. So I'm gonna try that. It's dexterity save or half.
Okay, dexterity save or half. And you're going to try to knock this prone.
Yes.
Yep.
Fingers crossed.
Oh!
And going off Xanathar's guide, it will drop 500 feet to the floor.
I don't think it would drop instantly.
It actually says in Xanathar's wood.
Falling rules means it drops.
You fall 500 feet in 6 seconds, so yes, it would. So yes, it's about to fall. So it's falling. Which I would say probably gives it until the basically it does a wisdom save at the end of its turn.
Yeah, which means it's still not able to do anything until it hits the floor.
I mean, we still have a rope tied to Hellweir, so he'll only go 50 feet.
Yeah, that's actually a very good point because at the moment, yeah, that's a very good point. Cade, I need an athletics check from you to try to support the weight of Hellweir and a rock.
Easy.
I'm still tied to the rock.
Yeah.
25.
Yep, you're actually so the rock only drops
Drop it.
50 feet.
Oh!
You are sliding towards the edge, managing to brace yourself, but you're probably not going to be able to hold on to this for very long.
You see Cade like plant his boots into the ground. His armor swells from the muscle.
Is the rock holding on that damn tightly?
He's tied to the rock.
Yeah, I know that.
When it grabbed me, I tied a rope around myself and the rock's
And
feet.
you're tied to, and then the rope's tied to Hellweir, so there's a chain of rope.
But there's a 25 feet between that rope Hellweir is tied to and the rock.
Yeah,
Yeah.
meaning that the
Because he
That is
anchored
true.
himself to the rock. So I'm effectively holding up a rock by Hellweir.
And Hellweir's
Um,
going to split in two
well,
by
By
now.
my aim.
That's why I'm wondering what's happening with the rope between Hellweir and the rock.
well, the going prone technically doesn't break grapple, as far as I'm aware. So it would still be holding on. It's a confused creature, so its actions aren't exactly normal. So I will make its wisdom save at the end of its turn.
That's fine. I'm telling the armor to cut the rope.
It makes the save.
Oof.
What do
so
you
it
mean,
is
what
no
rope?
longer.
Oh wait, on its turn first it needs to make the confusion roll before it makes the save.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, but it can't do anything. Yeah, that's true.
So
It could
D4.
do something.
Oh, yeah, if it gets a 9 or a 10, I suppose, yeah. No, it literally... No, it tries to use all its movement to move in a random direction, so I'm guessing that would mean it uses half its movement to get up,
Okay.
and start flying again, and then because I now need to roll a d10 because up and down, with 9 being up and 10 being down, I'll say. So
Goes
1,
south.
2. Yeah. So it moves 60 feet, or attempts to, but of course,
I'm
It-
anchored.
yeah, you're sort of anchored, so it sort of gets to there. Like, it's got a bit of a pivot, probably. Like, trying to fly south, and that's probably where it gets to, I would say. The animated armor,
Cut the rope. Fucking cut the rope.
What rope?
the rope
Please
that
stop.
you're holding.
The one that I'm holding? Don't be dumb.
The one
That's
that just
not
negated.
Hellweir.
The one that just negated 70 to something
Oh,
amount
he's
of
not-
damage.
He's not prone anymore. There's no point in cutting the rope.
I'll do it again on my next turn.
Just
If he passes, then it's useless.
Fuck.
just cut the rope that Hellweir is attached to.
The armor just
armor
sort of, the chicken just sort of looks at both of you and then sort of gestures to itself. Like, do you see a cutting weapon on me?
Chicken's got a point.
It's just like,
Doesn't.
Oh,
Just cast
This
a
doesn't really-
spell to be able to cut the rope between Hellweir and the rock.
No, the armor can't do anything. It can only do slams.
Oh, it's not your turn.
I'm gonna say we'll pick up a rock and attempt to fire at the rock.
Doesn't even-
Got a rock
But,
with
and
him.
it technically
It's
it has
advantage.
advantage because that's the next attack.
yeah. Hopefully not waste it.
That's 7 damage,
It wouldn't be enough to break a rope.
but it could do something. But let's see if my. Oh my god, that is an awesome critical hit effect.
1 unit
Miss it.
of exhaustion. Wow.
Ow.
Yeah, so
That's disadvantage on saving throws, guys. So
no, it's disadvantage on ability checks.
disregard. I'm dumb.
But
Again.
I am going to say that that would be targeted at the hand. Actually, I need an acrobatics check from you, Howard, for your echo to maintain balance.
Shit. Right.
Does your echo have damage, like HP?
1.
1 point of hate. 1.
Cool.
So acrobatics, yeah?
Yeah. But if it goes, it manages to maintain its grip. But I'm gonna roll a strength check now with disadvantage to see if it manages to maintain its grip of you. Yeah, it's still got a hold of you. The rock wasn't quite enough to break it. But it has at least knocked it a bit, I guess.
Right.
And the rock is, I would say, turning back to the party. Now it's no longer confused and sees the dying bird that is Raven, I guess. It's not just like...
Hey, it's working. It's working.
But yeah, Porky.
Okay, so we've got its attention then.
Yeah.
Okay. My plan wasn't so stupid after all. Yeah, I'm gonna grab the rope and I want to
Yep.
pull it sort of this way.
Okay, make me an athletics check, which it will attempt to oppose, I suppose, but...
Which rope are you pulling?
The only one we've got.
Am I technically assisting with this then?
Yes.
But I'm
pretty sure I was raging anyway.
Yeah, I think
So
you're still
it's,
raging.
it's still
so
advantage because it's a strength check.
you've only got to beat a 14.
No, I don't want animal handling. What am I clicking?
Athletics.
25.
Yep, I'm gonna say with that it moves to. I'm gonna say there. Bringing it to Cade's turn.
Gotcha. I am going to hold my action to tug strongly on the rope when it's after Hellwyr's turn, and I'm going to shout over, Hellwyr, cut your anchor rope.
My brain just catch your artichoke.
I'm tired,
Cut
guys.
your
so-
artichoke. That's a hard word.
Right.
Wait, is Hellware still grappled?
Yes.
So what did pulling the rope do?
It pulled the rock closer to the group.
Jesus. It's holding tight enough that two people are pulling the entire creature rather than pulling him from its grasp.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
It's pulling. I'm surprised this
Yeah.
hasn't done damage considering it's pulling at my leg.
Because the DC to escape is 19, isn't it?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
That is a good point.
Yeah,
In that
so-
case, I would say it's
Damn it.
pulled. What I'll do is I'll pull it to there, and I'll say that Hellwyrr is coming loose from its grip, but not quite.
Yeah, you would have
And-
thought that.
Right, Hellwyrr.
Right, how far is it from the rock to the platform by where the echo is?
20 feet, perhaps?
15, 20 feet.
Right, I'm gonna make the echo attempt to do a run and jump onto the platform. It uses my
Okay.
stats, which is a 60. I have a 16 dex, and being a thief, I believe lets me use.
Thief
Yeah.
rogue, yeah, it would, but you won't have a running start for it because you're not going to be able to run on top of the rock easily. So
I could try and do an acrobatics to see if I can run on it.
yeah, I'm going to say give me an acrobatics check and we'll see how you do.
God.
20.
That's pretty good, and just with your equal to your so
Music box
Your-
clicking.
manages to jump and get to the edge there.
Bonus
It's like
action,
literally
swap places.
right on the edge.
Right, and I still have movement, I believe, after that, because 30 foot of movement.
Well, I would say you've had to use 15 to jump, and you had to use 10 to get the run for that on top of the rock. So
So-
you've got 5 foot of movement.
Well, the echo does, so I'm going to swap with it, and then I'm going to run full 60 feet.
Oh my god. That solves that problem.
Yeah,
Holy crap.
but
I'm just pelting it.
I am going to want a dexterity saving from you before you move,
Oh, you're kidding me. I don't
because you're literally right on the edge.
I like the idea that Porky is just watching him flail right in front of
Yep.
her.
You manage to grab your balance and manage to get back. You're aboard,
60
and
feet
your
away in the
echo,
corner.
because of you being so far away, disappears, I believe.
That's fine. I don't care about that at the moment. I'm now going to actions. Hold on, before I state that. Yes, I'm going to action surge to burn my second wind to regain. How much health is it?
It's 1d10 plus your
1d10
fight
plus
level.
fight.
Okay, so that puts you out of safety and makes Casimir's job a lot easier because he have
So I regain 13 health.
Yep. And that's your turn, I believe.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's see. What can Casimir do?
Oh,
shit.
it was my turn now
Yeah, you had your action held.
to pull on the rope,
Yeah, but now you don't need to.
but
So
it's
you
still
can.
Does
attached.
nothing. I guess the rope just falls.
Oh
Because
yeah,
it
I
was-
guess.
Yeah, it would have been
Yeah.
attached to the echo and then disappeared. So yeah, the rope just falls.
If I pulled it at the same time as how we're dashing, would the echo still be there, and I could still technically pull on the rock?
Technically, it would be there for half
Yes.
of my movement, roughly.
Yes, so you can make that athletics check. And I'll say with advantage because Porky's there.
Athletics with advantage. 25.
Yep. So you pull it to right next to Porky, I'll say.
Oh my god.
Hello, friend.
Okay.
Holy shit.
Get it now. By the way, music's gone again.
Damn it, I put you on repeat. Put music on repeat. No, we'll learn how to use this box.
Oh my god, why is it... Sorry, guys, that...
Why? Bad bot.
This is why I
Bad.
just Chad.
Yeah.
Chattify would never be this disobedient.
Maybe after this, but either way. What would be his best move?
Biggest spell.
Yeah,
Kill it.
damage.
Yeah.
Damage.
He's
Damage it, Casimir! Damage it!
Well, you want to attempt to. Actually, he's got an idea. He just sort of looks and goes, "Do we need to kill, or can we just make go away?"
Kill!
Kill.
We need the XP.
We
Fine.
still have an entire Selenka pass to get through. With this thing trying to kill us, we won't have any. Oh, that's better.
I'll do.
This thing's as big as a dragon, and he's like, pew, pew.
That's because he didn't want to kill it outright while someone was in its grasp.
Yeah, I know that's absolutely legit.
It makes the save.
Still half. Solid 24. No, 14. 14.
Yep. Shame it didn't have disadvantage, but it's not that exhausted, Elias.
Mm-hmm.
Is it still over the edge?
Yes, but it's sort of because it's not like a sheer drop; it's sort of angled slightly, so it would still hit the rock and roll, potentially roll down.
But it would roll down 500 feet. Even if it's not damage, it still gives us a couple of turns.
Yep.
So I'm going to attempt to Soundwave again.
Okay.
Come on.
Here comes the deck save.
Of course.
Takes half the damage though.
Yeah. And however much to the drop that it does take.
What? It doesn't get dropped.
Oh
if
wait,
it
no, it
makes the
doesn't get
save,
right. Yeah, it just takes
Chaos.
damage.
Unless you wanted to do anything else.
Is it worth trying to move away? Porky's in range of it. I'll inspire Porky.
Okay.
Okay. I will launch another guiding bolt at 3rd level. And
Okay.
I use the inspiration. Is it a D8 or a D10?
D8.
15?
Ooh, just a hit.
Ooh, thanks. Thanks, Elias. That's 29 points of radiant damage.
Yep.
And then straight after that, I think I'll get to smacking with my spiritual weapon.
Yep.
Which has advantage.
Misses, unfortunately.
Okay.
And that is nat 1, but...
No, it's a 14.
Oh, yeah, because advantage. Yeah, one line about. Yep.
Alright, that's my go.
Okay. Raven.
He's gonna have to clamber on this thing if we want a decent attack, basically.
Shoot.
Yeah. It's
Pew pew.
You could shoot.
Yeah, but he doesn't trust his bow and arrow after how useless it's been recently.
Okay. Yeah, you can get to the edge and stab it without climbing on it.
Savagery.
Okay, go for it.
Oh, that should be a 21, shouldn't it?
Yes, because I don't think your exhaustion has quite got to the level of disadvantage on attack rolls yet. I will just check. No, it's just ability
It's
checks
just
and
your
speed.
ability check.
Yeah.
Bye, bot.
Do you know what? Just get Chad near
Oh.
in here.
Chad's coming in.
Thank you.
Tag him in.
Yep. Stupid bot.
Ooh.
It worked fine last week. Apart from not playing one of the songs I told it to
It's
play.
because you insulted Chad. He's like, well, this is how a professional does it.
Alright, so that's technically a hit and does some damage. It's now its turn, though.
Oh boy.
Shit.
We don't allow the rock to have those.
Yeah. And it has... Well, technically it has 4 targets in its reach. 5,
Oh.
actually.
Is one of its claws technically grappled?
No,
Why is there a big red dot on Porky's face?
because you have inspiration.
Okay.
Like bardic inspiration.
So you don't miss
So-
it.
She has a
It's,
zip.
it's gonna go for its
Dress.
beak attack on Casimir because of the big ice blast which came from him.
No,
God.
not our NPC!
Which is a very solid hit on him.
Didn't expect that one.
No.
He's a wizard too, so
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I'm actually.
Dude, that killed him
And
3
then-
times.
The person that's just stabbed him with claws is gonna get attacked. Does a 20 hit?
Oh yeah, of course.
Can't even bring
So
that
that's
down.
17 damage,
Youch.
and you are grappled by it.
Uncanny dodge.
Yeah, I'm down to 5.
Uncanny dodge will half the damage.
Oh yeah. Completely forgot about that.
You need a big post-it note in the corner that says uncanny dodge. So you take half.
Okay, 17.
Animated armor
Oh,
9.
will walk over and punch.
Slam.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Fortunately, the one person in his grip actually does have Featherfall, but only for himself.
Mm-hmm.
Porky,
Okay.
this thing has stolen your bounty.
Yes. And of course, because I pulled on the rope rather than attacking, I lost my rage. So,
But you do have advantage at least.
so yes,
No, you have inspiration. Sorry, not
I have
advantage.
inspiration. But my first attack is going to be reckless, so I do get advantage on that one.
Yep.
So let's do that one first. 18.
That's a hit.
I'm not raging, so don't include the rage damage. Second attack is a straight roll. 24.
That's a hit.
Level 7.
There we go.
Level 7.
And I think that's all I can do right now.
Okay. Cade.
So I still have the rope attached to the echo, attached to the rock, attached to Raven.
Well, you pulled the echo closer, but after it got to here because of how far Hellweir moved, it would have been out of range, so the echo disappeared.
The echo disappeared. Absolutely perfect. So
There is no rope attached to the rock at the moment.
10, 15.
Apart from the bit still tied to his leg, technically. Hellweir did.
25. I'm going to smite it with thou sword, and I'm going to use divine smite. Never mind. Spell slots? What are spell slots anymore? Oh, kill me. I'm probably going to take martial prowess or whatever it's called, the feat after this. Okay, yeah, I'm going to thwack it. Oh, bonus action hunter's. That's a spell slot. Draw the sunblade. Thwack. 22.
That's a hit.
There we go. 15 points of radiant damage.
Yep.
And second attack. 15.
That's a hit.
Huh? Okay. 15 points of damage. That was max damage both times.
Nice.
Boy.
Yep. It's looking weak.
He's looking weak. Of course he is after me. Of course. Okay. And I think that is my turn. Yeah.
Okay, Hellweir. No longer in the grips of the beast.
I ain't getting that close enough. I'm going to shoot it with my crossbow from a distance.
Fair.
So that's...
Well.
Really?
Yep.
Don't shoot me, I swear to God.
Let's see what happens. Your enemies have advantage on their first attack roll against you next round.
Right, I'm moving over here. Bonus action hide.
Okay. Brings it
So-
to Casimir. Then.
Is that a stealth?
Yep, stealth.
Yeah. Don't screw me. Hey.
Hey.
Okay, for the guaranteed hit. Magic missile at 3rd level, I think. And I'm just going to roll the thing once, and then that will... Oh, I've got this set up like that, apparently. Okay. 9 plus 7, 16 damage. And bye-bye.
What? No! I was the chosen one for that one.
The rock is dead. The battle is over. However, Raven is now plummeting. What would Raven like to do?
It's featherful, so.
You're now falling a lot slower.
Sorry, I didn't mute in time.
There
Unmute in
is.
time.
There is still a rope dangling.
Yep, so combat is over, so I will clear the turn order.
So you could featherfall, give you enough time to grab the rope.
So
Yeah.
Yep.
I'll run
So
over and grab
I
the
would.
rope.
I'm gonna say, let's say a dex save to try to grab the rope as you're falling.
At disadvantage.
It's fine. I'll stomp my foot on the rope to stop
I-
it disappearing.
You haven't got disadvantage on save share, it's only ability checks.
Alright.
I've got
It's
hold on
another
it as
level.
well.
11.
That's a rope. You're good at that. Yeah, I'd say you managed to grab it.
You are good at rope.
You're sort of gliding down, the rope's dangling down about 50 feet. You've got that much time to fall, so you sort of just swing into it and grab hold.
And I've grabbed the
Cool.
rope, of course.
So you are gradually pulled back up. The armor, Porky, and probably Cade and everyone helping.
Hellweir? Where's Hellweir?
Oh no, he didn't fall down, did he?
He's
Take
sort
the
of
other
sitting.
side.
How is it? You're just sitting up against the wall like that corner, rocking backwards and forwards. I almost died. I almost died.
Rocking back and forth.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
It's his favourite genre of music, rock and
He
roll.
must have fallen down this side.
Yeah, your stealth is like Well, that goes up, not down on that side.
Oh,
He must have fallen up.
yeah, I can't see him.
Yeah, because your stealth was a nat 20, so you're basically invisible.
He's literally just sitting there rocking backwards and forwards under his breath. I almost died. Shit, what? No. Sort of like full-blown panic attack sort of scale.
Yes. Whilst that's going on, Casimir is going to wander over to the gate. Mutter to himself something. But what would anyone like to do at this point?
Porky's checking Raven is in one piece. She's like patting him and just checking there are no serious injuries that might cause his death. And
Roll a medicine check.
He's just standing there letting this happen.
It's like, I have to return this in one piece or I don't get the bounty.
You just get the fudge instead. Yeah, you check him over. He's got like a... Because he got sort of clawed. He's got like this huge scarred scrape mark. It's torn through his clothing. It's even managed to damage your poncho slightly, which Raven was wearing.
But it's technically a magical poncho. Can that happen?
I mean, it's
well,
only magic on it.
Yeah, it's had a magical effect cast on it, but it's not actually a magical item itself, so it has taken some
You
damage.
had to speak.
I was going to say the same regardless.
Don't worry.
Okay, no, that's fine.
Can't find Hellware, guys. Oh no.
Well, he must be around here somewhere.
Hold on. Hold still, Raven. And I'll cast Bending.
I'll just send a message.
Your clothing is repaired.
There, much better.
I'll just send a message in the direction where he last was.
At least the clothing's better.
Just be like, get out, we're all looking for you. Yeah?
Yeah.
Tank?
Yeah.
You've just had a message sent you saying to come out, everyone's looking.
He just... Yeah, you just see sort of a plume of smoke appear as he's sort of just puffing on his pipe of smoke monster to try and calm down.
Do I just hear the sound?
Yeah, you just hear... And then you start seeing smoke.
Where's Fluffy?
Fluffy would be on the wagon still.
Oh, Fluffy the cat.
So,
Do you know what?
go find Fluffy and I'll be like, okay, put it down and go, okay, go find your master. Go find Hellware.
Just, it just runs off the cliff.
Alright, I'm just going to roll something just to see what happens. Don't mind me. Yeah, it doesn't go off to find Hellware. In fact, it just randomly starts nudging against Raven and licking its foot. Well, not licking, but simulating licking. It doesn't have a tongue. But
No,
just sort of like...
a bony
I'm
nuzzle.
not really a cat person.
I like my parakeets.
Okay, well, can we track where Hellware went?
Well, you can see the smoke now, so...
Oh, okay.
Oh, there's like a plume of smoke
Survival
coming out
check.
from the corner.
Point.
Yeah. Casimir, on the other hand, has what looks like a strange magical lens in front of him, and he's just staring through it at the flames.
Cool. As you do.
Casimir, what are we looking at?
This curtain of flame is not illusion. It is a fairly powerful evocation magic. A permanent effect to some extent. Even if one was to know how to dispel magic or create an anti-magic field, it would still, once that effect fades, this flame would still come back. It's not something that can be got rid of, merely held off.
So
Going
there's
through it would be very painful.
So there's a way to dispel it temporarily.
Yes, providing you have someone with you who is capable of doing such a spell.
Is anybody able to dispel magic?
And
I have it prepared, yes, but let's see to Helwyr first. He's in a state.
I believe Elias has a scroll of dispel.
He does,
My
but
memory
better
serves
save
correct.
scroll.
yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just as a. I thought we did, but I wasn't 100%.
But Eos has it prepared, so
Yeah.
Alright.
Well, if we manage to get into this through this portcullis, then we'll be able to hopefully.
Well, the
hunker down
portcullis itself, upon people approaching, did raise up temporarily, but then it's closed again. And then it's raised open again. It seems to open to proximity from what you can see.
Oh, I see. Well, we need to get through the flames, is what I mean.
Yeah.
So it's like
Casimir states, though, I have also observed this portcullis. It appears that whilst it opens from proximity on this side, it closes by proximity on the other side. So unless you are confident you can get through the flames, it is best not to go in at all.
do we want to take a short rest, or do we want to just heal up and go?
Well, the thing is what I'm thinking is as soon as we're through this, then we can hopefully find sanctuary within. Or at least there must be some form of tower that we can coop up in. After all,
Yeah, you can see a tower here from because it sort of sticks up.
he
All right,
looks
well
over
then-
to Raven. We need to get out of this cold if we're going to be staying for a while.
Yes.
Help me with Helwyr, and I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds.
I'll do the same.
Okay. We're both like lifting him up shoulder by shoulder at the same time as casting Cure Wounds into him, and you heal for a bit more. 1 second.
18.
I need to talk with you both once we've settled down.
So you heal for an extra 3. So mine's 10 in total.
So that's 28 you heal in total. No, 27 you heal in total.
Alright,
You feeling better?
yeah.
I know that won't.
Physically, yeah, he does. But
Yeah. I know that
He's a
won't
little
help with the mental trauma.
he's a little bit broken mentally right now.
Don't worry. You wouldn't have died. Not on my watch. Not for very long, at least. And I kind of show the small diamond from the pouch that I'm holding. I had a plan. Don't worry.
Just sort of nods and goes back to just making random shapes of pipe smoke.
But now that I don't need to cast that, I guess I can do it with this thing instead. I think we need everyone near. I don't know how long this will stay down.
Yeah, we'll just trundle through with the horse and cart and just power through as soon as you've done it.
Very well.
I'll be ready, like at the back of the cart, ready just to push it through.
Yes. My estimate is that it will, if you can dispel it, it will probably stay down for about a minute.
Oh, a minute.
Perfect.
That's
Excellent. That's more than enough time. Everyone ready?
Already.
I will
Ready.
cast Dispel Magic, and less so visually on herself, but more on the actual fire itself. You can see the fire sort of changes color, and then it changes form to like air, then to water, and then I just separate all of the elements of it until it's basically cut back down into its base elements, and
Well,
then
you are attempting to do that, but
Yeah.
I will need you
So,
to roll me a check.
Oh god, can I get inspiration?
yeah, Alan. If I have the if you'll allow it, I'll inspire.
Yep.
Okay. It's a wisdom check, yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Ooh.
Oh yeah, you easily managed to beat the DC, and the flame is temporarily suppressed, allowing you to push your way through as a group. I'm just going to move you all to the other side.
There we go.
I was eaten by
Keep
hellware.
your distance from it as well. I don't want it. I don't know. Potentially coming back somewhere slightly different.
Yep.
Uh,
Okay, so
Right.
on this side, there is what looks like a guard tower. The door is made of iron-bound wood, and a sort of just pushing against it suggests that it's barred from within. But you feel like, given enough force, you could break your way through.
Step back, Chaos. Let me handle this. I'll kind of take a step back and just do a running boot.
Okay, I need an athletics check.
Hell yeah. Hoorah. Fuck.
No. You run up, and I'm sort of imagining this. You sort of like, haha, I'm a big heavy paladin. I'm just going to do a flying kick into this, and you just sort of bounce off.
I've loosened it.
Take 2 damage.
Oh, no.
From bouncing up.
Porky, maybe you could show him how it's done.
Yeah.
Porky just looks very, very amused.
Yeah.
He kind of like limps to the side.
Okay.
Still got inspiration as well if necessary.
I'll give
Yeah.
guidance to her as well.
No.
Oh yeah, now you give guidance.
I'm just thinking because obviously the Gromp backpack.
Yep. Yep, you're going
And
for
the
a
charge
charge.
attack.
Yeah, go for it. I will grant you advantage on that.
So it's athletics, yeah?
Yep. I will grant you the power of the mighty Grump. And
the
with
violent
that-
physical option when I could probably pick the lock.
I'm trying to prove a point.
With that, you smash through it, revealing that on the other side, it wasn't so much a lock, but a bar across. And you've basically just managed to snap that heavy wooden, probably slightly reinforced metal bar.
I'm
Please
literally just going to turn to Cade, go, ladies first.
Yeah. I'll just walk in.
A cold half stands across from the door, the wind howling down its chimney. Stone staircases on the south wall. 3 windows look out over a foggy sea.
Cool. I will tell. God, who's got health? I'll say Porky.
Me?
Come with me.
You
And
said
I'll
what
stay
now?
with the others.
I missed that.
I said Porky,
You're
come
going
with me.
it.
Oh, okay, sure.
And I'll draw my sword and kind of like place it over my shield, Spartan style, and start moving up the stairs.
The upper level of the tower is an icebox, with windows set in almost every wall. A rusted iron ladder bolted to the floor and ceilings leads up to a wooden trapdoor. Mounted above the stone hearth is a dire wolf's head. The wind coming down the chimney howls in its stead. So, I'll take you to the next floor.
No worries.
They need better deco.
And nothing up here?
Nope, just the
Apart from the-
trapdoor.
Okay.
You're safe?
Seems to be safe. There's one more level.
But it is a lot colder up there.
Yeah.
But there is a hearth, so we could technically light a fire if we needed
Oh yeah,
to.
Yeah.
Porky, spot me.
Sure.
I'll climb up the ladder. I'll place my shield down at the base of the ladder and just kind of raise up the trapdoor.
Okay. Yep, you are able to get up there. 10-foot tall, gold-plated statues stand atop the battlements facing outwards. Each one depicts a female human knight holding some form of weapon. The cold wind stirs the snow under which you see human skeletons clad in rusty mail.
Skeletons. Clad in rusty mail. Do I have a visual for that?
Um,
And when you say skeletons, because this is D&D, are they moving?
No, they're like buried under the snow. It was just you who. So I'll just drag you up there.
Okay. I'll just climb up, and I'll just walk round to each of the statue, just give them a ding ding with my sword.
As you do so, all 6 of them turn to face you.
Ha! Run back down!
Wait
Nope.
just a second, sorry.
When will you learn
No,
not to touch?
sorry, no. As you're going to do that, the swirling snow assumes the forms of thin young women. The wind howls, "Begone! The treasure is ours."
We're not after treasure. We're looking for safety and shelter. We did not mean to disturb.
Then leave at once, lest we attack.
Perhaps for a short rest, might we stay on the bottom floor and not approach you at the top?
Very well.
Very well attack, or very well we
very
may
well.
stay?
Very well, you can stay.
Perfect. If it does turn into a long rest, are there any objections?
Rest as long as need be, but leave the room. It is ours.
Of course. Might I ask who you are before I go down? A name
No.
to these guardians? Please? Can I
Nope.
get your number?
What's
Okay.
going on up there?
Okay, leaving. Okay, so yeah, yeah, I'll swiftly leave that.
And I'm just gonna share a handout with you guys as to what these sorts of things look like formed out of the snow.
Oh, wow.
I love it.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I see you also wield an axe.
Yeah.
There's a bell hanging from his skirt.
Ring a ding ding.
She's got a bell killer.
Just as I'm leaving, I'll take a quick glance round. What treasure is there? Is there anything amongst the skeletons or?
Nothing you can see immediately. Armor, which is gold plated.
And that's it.
What type of armor is it?
It's rusted plate, I think you said.
Well, it's gold plated statues. So they're statues. It's not so much armor, but gold plating on the statue, basically.
Oh, okay.
So they look like almost solid gold statues.
Cool.
That would be what you think the treasure is. Unless you want to roll me, I would say, because you're hurrying down, a perception check at disadvantage.
I'm crap at perception anyway, so that makes sense. 7.
No, you don't see anything.
Cool. Yeah, so I'll make my way down, and I'll just get to Porky kind of wide-eyed and be like, so the roof is off limits.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll explain once we're downstairs.
And as you get down the trapdoor, it slams shut as if by the wind, but you can see that the edges appear to have now iced up.
Okay.
That's unusual.
Quite. Let us head down to the rest of the group. Yeah, move down.
Okay, I'll move you back down to where all the others are. So,
Well, that was interesting. So we may stay here for as long as we need be. Perhaps get a long rest after what we've just gone through. However, none of us can go up to the roof.
What?
So, there were these strange snow-like women. They seem to be the guardians of this place. They mentioned some form of treasure, and that it was theirs, and we weren't allowed to take it. But I just said we weren't after any treasure and we were just here for safety and sanctuary. They allowed us to stay, however, they have completely sealed off the roof.
Are they alive?
Didn't look like it. There were a bunch of skeletons up there, and I can only assume it's the spirits who were here.
They must have guarded this tower back before Barovia was cursed.
Perhaps.
What treasure exactly was it?
I didn't really see much. The only thing that I saw were the statues seemed to be made mostly out of gold. But quite frankly, in a place that only deals really in... what's the middle ground? There's silver
Electrum.
in there? Electrum. A place that only deals in Electrum, gold seems to be rather pointless. So...
Interesting. Let's get this fire started. We can't be out in the cold any longer.
Who is a fire starter?
Casimir?
Casimir will do.
Yeah, Casimir just sort of flicks his fingers, hurls a firebolt into. There's probably some brush and stuff there, or to be honest, grabs bits from the door, the bar, which sort of busted, and just sort of chucks in the fire and then lights it.
Yeah.
I'll do.
Does it feel like it's warm enough to stay here, or does it feel like we need to board up these windows?
The windows themselves don't seem too bad, but there does seem to be a chill breeze coming from the upper floor.
Hmm.
Probably the back door.
You said there was a hatch, though, didn't you? So we can close that.
The hatch is closed.
The trapdoor's been sealed shut, but the windows up there aren't like glass windows; they're openings.
Uh-huh. Okay. All right. We've been traveling a long time. We've all had quite the experience today, some more than others. Let's rest up. Prepare ourselves for the coming battle ahead. I doubt that's the last Zelenka Pass has to offer.
Perfect. And is it daytime or nighttime? Or coming up to nighttime?
I would say it's fairly. It's probably quite light because you've gone quite high up, so you're kind of getting there, probably getting a bit more light. But it's probably, I would say, nearing on late afternoon. So getting an early night and then a start early the next day wouldn't necessarily be an impossible feat.
I was just trying to see how I can get spell slots back. If I can actually attempt a long rest.
I mean, are the party going to attempt a long rest, or?
I think we should try to at least. There's a couple of things I'll do before that, but yes.
Yeah, I'll direct Biakan to be at the top of the stairs to block the breeze from coming down. Big suit of armor like that.
They nod, but the chicken pops out and just sort of runs down the stairs. So it's like in a literal freezer.
Oh yeah.
Well,
And somehow the chicken has a knife. You're not sure where that came from.
How is it holding a knife?
In its beak.
it's a chicken road.
battle. Chicken's got my knife.
You know the chicken, it will shank you in your sleep.
It's like Hellweir. The armor's a fighter, but the chicken's a rogue.
Madness.
Perfect.
Tries to stab Fluffy.
There's
Goes straight rib cage.
Yeah.
Right.
It's a chicken.
I'm gonna walk over and pick Fluffy up before it attacks the chicken. Just stroke it.
Right.
Can I ask the group, which one of us picked up those cards? We had a deck of cards.
The Taraka cards that we
Yes.
gave to what's her face to do a second reading.
Esmeralda.
Esmeralda.
Those ones.
Yeah.
They gave us some answers last time. I'd like to see if I could try using them myself. I've seen it being done twice now before.
I never got the cards back because they were hers. I believe if that was the person I'm thinking
Yep.
of from the wagon. Yeah, they
Yep.
were her cards, so she kept them.
Hmm. Maybe I can try with something else then.
But here you can use a normal deck of cards, or even dice.
Has Raven got
mean-
a deck of cards?
Nope.
I have a dice
As far
set.
as I know.
Hey,
I
I've
have-
got a dice set.
I have pen, ink, and paper. I can attempt to see if I can copy a deck down. And
How much are those
paper
dice
ones.
worth to you?
I mean,
You
I
could-
play when I get bored in the middle of a trip, so not really. I can always replace them.
Hmm. Let me just look. I'm just gonna rummage through the loot bag and just see if there's anything else in here. Hmm.
I have a headless doll.
That's not
You
going
and
to
your
work.
freaking dolls, man. You need to get a job.
Or a musical merry-go-round.
We picked up some bone. Ah, I picked up bones, didn't I?
Yeah.
Did, but we buried them all, didn't we?
Oh,
children.
wait.
Mm,
Even better.
You do have a head.
Eos pulls out. Yeah, I can't do that yet. Eos pulls out the 12 gem inlaid golden sticks worth 25 gold pieces each,
Yep.
and kneels down by the fire and begins casting augury.
Okay. So,
Yeah, gem inlaid sticks. That's literally what it's for. Perfect.
yeah.
Employing some sort of otherworldly entity.
huh?
Okay. Now, I'm going to say this is going to be interesting. So, I'm going to play this a bit different. Actually, let me just. No, I'm going to play it how I want to play it. So,
Okay.
for you, all falls to darkness. Once more, you find yourself sitting by a fire, and nearby you, the sticks rolled out seem to form into the shape of a mirror, which at first is reflecting yourself. Well, well, well. And what question do you have?
Cade mentioned there was a treasure atop this tower. Will taking this treasure be useful to our adventure in ridding the curse from the land?
Okay. So, before it answers, the shape of the figure in the mirror changes and actually steps out of the mirror. And it is a familiar figure that you have seen once in a mirror before.
Oh.
Oh,
No.
Certainly an interesting question to ask, A. Will the treasure atop this tower aid you in breaking the curse upon the land? I would say weal and woe.
yes and no. You can't give me a straighter answer than that, I assume. After all,
Well,
you would know.
the treasure could aid you, but the action to get the treasure could doom you.
Of course. And you're giving this information freely because you want us to break the curse?
I merely follow the rules set by this land, including these spells. I will give you one bit of advice free. to even the playing field somewhat. Because a game is no fun if it's one-sided. Certain spells, such as this one, such as, let's say, Raise Dead, such as even the simple spell of Mage Hand, will not function quite as you expect. Be careful with magic. It has doomed many, cursed many. And with that, the image, he turns around with a sweep of his cape, walks into the mirror, and forms back into your image and gives you a playful wink before the vision fades.
Chaos sort of just scrambles the sticks into a mess.
Did we hear Eos talking in all that?
No. It was essentially laying out the bones and preparing the magic. It takes a minute, but the actual effect of the spell is instantaneous. So for Eos, it feels like, and for you, no time has passed at all. All you've seen is just Eos after casting this, just in a slightly, possibly panicked state, suddenly scatter the sticks.
Okay.
Well, you'll never guess who I just saw.
The Night Mother?
For once, I think I'd have preferred the Night Mother. This was Strahd himself. Yes, he seemed to have, I don't know, been kind enough to offer me some advice about certain magics.
That sounds like a trap to me.
It does, but it also kind of goes in line with what I expect of him. He's likely bored, wants to play with his prey.
Okay.
So this image has told you of how some magic is corrupted in this land.
Eos nods.
I will give a demonstration. You, of course, probably all seen the spell Mage Hand in the past.
It's a blue spectral glove.
Yes. He snaps his fingers, and rather than a blue spectral glove, there is a skeletal hand floating in the air.
Oh, God.
Simple spells are often not corrupted too badly, and it is mostly spells of summoning or bringing people back that have, or elemental spells that tend to have the effects. But one that I have heard, which can be particularly disconcerting, is a spell called Telepathic Bond. No one has been able to discern exactly from what I have heard, but anyone who has used this spell feels as if something else is eavesdropping on the conversation. Something vile.
Eos shudders. And divination. When I reach out to a patron or deity, instead I get him.
Yes, unfortunately, there is only one. Well, technically there are two, but there is only one that will answer normally.
So, Eos and Cade, going off, because you asked for cards, it sort of rolled me back to the cards that we were spoken about by the Vistani.
Yes.
Did you say that there was treasure on top of this tower, Cade?
Supposedly.
Do you remember the fifth card? A secret place, vault of temptation, an evil atop his tower of treasure. Could this be the tower? Maybe
His.
we're supposed to take this treasure.
I won't lie. My question was whether the tower's treasure would help us in breaking the curse. And Strahd, usually a good judge if someone's telling the truth. I got the impression he was bound by the spell to at least give me a reasonable answer, and he said that this treasure would help, but attempting to take it, that's the bad part.
And I'm not sure about you, but from what I saw up there, I don't feel 100% prepared to be taking on that kind of situation. I need sleep.
Well, obviously not now. We do it after we've.
We'd be out of our minds to try now.
But it.
Maybe we should discuss this in the morning. You're right. Let's rest and we'll figure this out.
Yeah.
Right. I will say that it's probably early enough that you are not yet under Mother Night's influence, but you'll have. So, if you can manage to get at least some sleep, you might get some benefits of a long rest, but you probably won't get the full effects. Decayed.
Okay. Yeah, we'll try. We'll try and go to sleep, I guess.
I'll try and push through.
Yeah. Hold up a minute. Does that do anything for him?
Well, it probably blinds Raven.
Oh yeah. It doesn't count as
Thanks for
sunlight.
that. Thanks for the warning. Raven
That's
just
about it.
falls into a corner and sort of like hides.
It's just suddenly bright light.
I haven't cast it. I don't even have the spell slots for it.
It'd be an extra
Literally
hour,
would
though.
just stand out there
No.
singed.
Also, Eos still isn't aware, is she?
No, that too. So
So
I'm wondering though if you'd prepare it or not. Probably not, I guess.
You're
Alright.
not sure how it would affect things.
Okay.
So who knows? Maybe you'll get the opportunity to ask again.
Yes, who knows? All right. Yeah, we'll bed down. We'll try and keep the logs going.
Yeah.
I'll probably like wake myself up. Oh no, I won't be. Never mind. Someone should though.
it's fine.
Well,
Porky's still got pretty much full health, so I'll
Yeah.
take charge of that.
And the armor is quite happy to
Oh
wreck
yeah.
things.
I was going to say, what about the armor?
I'll try.
The armor is blocking the cold wind from the top of the stairs.
Yeah.
Now,
I'll try
It's gonna
perch
be-
somewhat close to the fire.
It's likely going to be very difficult to be subtle with this, but I guess Eos will at least try and go underneath the stairs, and again, basically induce a.
Yeah. At this point, I would say with yourself, you're confident enough to be able to do this without needing to roll.
Okay.
So you're able to drug yourself and then slump down.
Mm-hmm. Closes her eyes.
So Raven, of course, doesn't sleep in meditation. Porky not sleeping for the time being. Everyone else sleeping. Cam, I would like I'm gonna say a wisdom saving. throw
No,
from you.
why wisdom? Oh no, I'm good at wisdom. Never mind, I'll stick with wisdom.
You say that, wait for it.
Yeah, I'm waiting for it.
Every
Also,
time you say that.
bear with, because
You're
I
like,
need
yeah,
to
I'm
put
good. I'm good.
+2 for my aura of protection.
Yeah.
God, this is nail biting. 16.
Yes, I would say. Right, so I'm gonna look at your. I'm gonna.
16 is good.
I'm gonna have a look at your sheet a moment.
Uh-huh.
I will say you can recover 2 hit dice.
Cool.
I'll say I'll
Do
let
I-
you get back up to full HP
Thank you.
and roll me a D4 and a D3.
It's your spell slots, buddy.
Okay.
Oh,
So you get 2 first level back and 1 second level back.
It's better than nothing.
Thank you.
And let
Oh,
me have
can I
a-
cast light on my face? No. I also realised I put those in the complete wrong spot. It's not meant to be there.
let's see.
That is actually meant to be a 16, by the way.
Well, yeah, it would be a 16, so I was taking that into account.
Okay, cool.
Alright.
There we go, that's looking better.
So, does everyone else long rest as well?
Apart
Yeah.
from Porky, and I think. But Raven's long resting, but not sleeping, so
Well,
Alrighty.
you can probably short rest, right?
yeah, you can short rest. Right.
Unprepared.
One, doesn't it?
I feel like this one will be appropriate for you. So, Aos, I shall start with you. Once again, you're in a dark space, a forest. The sky above you completely empty of light. No sign of the moon, no sign of the sun, no sign of the stars. Looking about for a while, a single star starts to shine. You have done well to find. I am the Star of Secrets, and no information shall be hidden from me, or from you, if you can find me again. Do you crave to know all that which lies beyond your mortal perspective? It's all here for the taking.
Eos kind of reaches out to try and
Yes.
get
And
closer.
I'm gonna say, think of, as you reach towards it, I would like you to tell me what bit of information do you think would you be thinking of, basically, because obviously this is offering to reveal secret. What secret would be most pertinent in your mind, do you think?
It would be the holy symbol that is mentioned in the card, a great hope. And she sees this light as a sign of hope. And she is seeking a kneeling woman, a rose of great beauty plucked too soon.
Okay. Excellent. Let me get up my information on that a moment. No, it's not that one.
She's already attempted this same question with Mother Night and instead got more questions than answers. I think she wasn't asking the right questions to begin with. But
Yeah. Just trying to. Yeah, it should be in here somewhere. No? How is it? Sorry. An image begins to form in around you. It's almost as if you're being transported through time and space to some extent. I hate that doesn't work. Yeah. You find yourself. In a marsh. Hidden by the fog and elevated a few feet above the surrounding marsh is a raised plot of land, barely 10 feet on a side, enclosed by a disintegrating iron fence. In the center of this plot is a life-size stone monument carved in the likeness of a kneeling peasant girl, clutching a rose. Although her features are grey and weather-worn, she bears a striking resemblance to Irina Kolyana. Carved into the monument's base is something, but you can't see it. You
Okay.
do notice, though, that in the center of the rose there is something glinting. And then the vision fades, and you have the rest of your sleep uninterrupted.
All right. I was one more thing I was thinking of was as that light's fading, is Eos kind of wondering and perhaps even trying to call out, "What is your name, God of Secrets?"
Kirad.
Kira. And Eos probably just kind of falls again into that deep slumber, sort of repeating that name.
Okay. And I think Cade will be an interesting one for this.
Oh boy.
In your shortened sleep, you are greeted by a strange figure. I'm just going to see if I can get an appropriate image of this. A figure, it almost looks human, but it isn't wearing any clothing, but has no semblance of gender. However, what is covering their body are teeth.
Uh-huh.
Its eyes open slowly, showing inky voids, and its mouth opens, which is strangely the one place on its body that doesn't have teeth. How many lives have you lived? Oh, I see. I can feel your lifeline. It's the only one. And despite your efforts, there will be no more for you. Unless you wish to accept my gift, that is, I can offer you a sample of immortality, a chance to achieve your goals even if you fall in battle. But first, you must find me, Dalvanar, he of the many teeth.
Dalvanar.
Yep.
Could I get that in chat, if that's okay?
Yep.
And what do you get out of this? What do I have to give in return?
That I simply wish to offer people a chance at a future. I enjoy seeing their lives stretch out further than even the gods would normally allow.
Can I insight check?
Yes, you can.
I'm good at those. 9.
He seems to be telling the truth. From what he is saying, what you get out of it is that there is nothing in apart from what he is saying. But I would say you also don't feel 100% convinced that there isn't a price to this. Perhaps just that price isn't paid to him, if that makes sense.
Okay. Where can I find you?
You are close. But hopefully your lifeline doesn't end before you.
Just nods and goes back.
And I'm going to give Raven another. Why not? Even in their slightly trance-like state, dreams are still possible. So, you are approached. You're at a party. It appears to be a different sort of party to what you're used to. There's a lot of warmth. It's outside. It's fairly bright, but there's a lot of shade provided by things. Everyone is wearing quite exotic clothing, very pretty and well made. And you're approached by an incredibly beautiful, dark-skinned woman. Ah, a pretty traveler from far lands. When I roamed the world like you, all desires were in my reach. My very word was enough to collect or anyone I wished. Do you wish to be as persuasive as I used to be?
Thought myself pretty persuasive anyway.
Yes, but I could make you even more beautiful.
Well, I thank you, but I can do my own beauty work. You have a great taste, though.
Understood. Well, should you wish to should you change your mind, seek out Shami Amore, the Lady of Delights.
I will be sure to keep you in mind.
And with that, she wanders away, and you take a drink. It's some sort of fruity beverage, quite tasty, but as you drink that, the dream ends. This one seems appropriate for Halwil.
Yo.
It seems, my friend, that you have suffered mentally. Your brain is ever so susceptible. And that is why I've decided to approach you. You can hear me only because I am letting you. No one can ever read or disrupt my mind. And this power and the ability to forget certain things can be yours too, if you wish to accept it.
At what cost?
I will.
Power doesn't bring.
I will replace. Light with darkness, yet darkness to see. But believe me or believe me not, I will not approach you again, lest you find me, Savnok, the inscrutable.
Can I do an insight to see if I can
Yep.
get a vague idea what he means?
Yep.
$22.
It's very confusing. He seems to be offering you the ability to not have your mind read or disrupted, but also to allow you to disrupt it, to perhaps forget certain things, perhaps the trauma you had once given. But his words are cryptic, and I will need. But he seems honest with his words, so that will all be the cost. And the way he's saying it, it almost seems like it's not, in his opinion, it's not really a cost, if that makes sense. It's more an exchange of sorts. But if you can roll me an intelligence check, just straight intelligence, to see if you can decipher. No, it doesn't make sense. You have a feeling it's something to do with vision, but You don't know for certain.
Right.
Yes.
See you then.
Okay, let's just have a think for a moment. Yep. As you're resting, our dear Bard, you find yourself once more in the woods. You appear to be dogged from all sides by figures you can't see, grasping out at you, not able to quite grab you. You feel like their fingers against your flesh, and you lash out trying to defend yourself, but you can't see anything.
Thunderwave.
Yep, you even blast them back, and then they keep seemingly coming. And then you run and you enter what appears to be a cave. But as you get a bit further into this cave, not even that far, suddenly it seems to blink. And what is formed there appears to be an enormous eye, but inverted, so where the blacks of the eyes normally would be, there is white and the rest is black.
Prod the eye.
Don't do that. Do not dare poke Igra, the Eye of Shadow. I have come to offer you a gift. A gift of sight. You would do well by accepting this gift. No secret will ever escape you. All knowledge will be in your grasp. No person will ever be able to hide in your presence. Life is pointless, so there's no time to waste searching for its secrets, when they could be given to you on a silver platter.
What do you mean life is pointless? And I can already see pretty damn well.
Yes, but you couldn't see those chasing you, could you? I can offer you the power to see those. To see what is hidden from normal sight. To see in the dark. To see in the light. To see, perhaps, into other planes of existence.
What's the catch with you? Because I've already been offered a pretty damn good deal.
I simply will grant you the understanding of how pointless life truly is. I feel that perhaps you have a certain understanding of that already. But do not worry, I do not plan to kill you or turn you into a murderer. Or even make you kill yourself. I simply will give you a new insight in life and its pointlessness.
I don't know. That sounds really depressive. And I'm not that type of person.
Then leave, and I will return to my slumber. And
Yeah.
with that, the eye closes, and the eyelashes seem to crush you, and then you wake up.
I quickly get a last prod in before I go.
And with that, I believe everyone has had their rest. Well, Porky had a short rest. Do I want to offer anything to Porky?
Hell was that?
Yes, why not? As you're rest, Porky, perhaps thinking on things, perhaps observing things, you notice, perhaps in a slightly delirious state, what looks like a black, almost tar-like liquid dripping in front of you. But looking about, you can't see the source of the dripping.
So I can see a black tar-like liquid dripping, but I can't find the source of it.
Yes. As you're looking about, a voice speaks out to you. A curious fluid blood is, don't you think? It flows red, but it can easily bring death. I say it ought to be black.
How come?
I believe it is a more suitable color for death.
I mean, death is just, you know, the beginning, rebirth.
Well, my gift will grant you the power to make this judgment. All you have to do is accept it, and you'll have the power to judge anyone in your way. That's how I got to be known as Norganus, the Finger of Oblivion.
So what exactly does it do?
It grants you the power to end lives should you determine them needing ending in a more fitting manner than an axe. But it is your choice to make.
She looks offended.
Nah, I'm good.
Can we trade?
I was gonna be like, if it is something that fits Porky, I'd roll the wisdoms to see whether or not she took it
Yeah.
or not. But it's a case of the minute he was like, "Oh, better than an axe," she was like, "No."
That is fair
I'm
enough.
good. I'm good.
Yes. And with that, the dreams fade, Porky, after your short rest, which maybe turned into a bit of a slight nap, almost, rather than just like bandaging wounds.
Porky's just kind of sat there thinking, like,
Yeah.
the number of times she's been offered a bargain in her sleep, she's kind of like, these ghosts are all merchants trying to sell their wares.
Yep.
And half the time they end up offending you.
It's like, do they not think I'm capable by myself? What kind of swindle is this?
They're all sheets.
As the morning starts, Bacon crows, even though Bacon's a chicken, not a hen. But Bacon does so anyway.
Yay.
Yeah, I was gonna say, bacon lays eggs, so female,
Yep.
not a rooster.
Just goes "Baka!" really loud, and then hops back into the armor.
Oh, somebody put that chicken to rest.
Yeah. And Cade, I will grant you your comm save on sleep with advantage because you got like half a long rest.
Yay!
Hey.
Isn't that ready?
Yeah, you are fine. You're apparently this feel like without.
You're breaking up. Sorry, James.
Oh, sorry. You feel almost like you could function without sleep entirely. Almost. You're getting to that point. I think you sort of had that little sleep. You're getting to like that manic sort of I'm so tired, I'm awake sort of moment.
Everyone's just waking up around me. I'm like, anybody want coffee? I make coffee. It's really nice cup of coffee. Coffee? Anybody? Coffee?
And
Coffee!
Raven, 1 point of your exhaustion is.
No half movement for you.
And anyone else who suffered a point of exhaustion is no longer has that point of exhaustion. I think that might just be the horse.
And
now
the
he has 1
chicken,
point of exhaustion.
I believe.
Oh, yeah, and the chicken, but nobody. Chicken.
Nobody cares about the chicken.
Chicken's in his armor. So, you look as if you had a terrible night's sleep, Eos.
No, I'm fine. As she quickly undoes the tourniquet. In fact, I had a rather illuminating one. Just trying to process it, that's all. Did all of you have a dream where you were approached by something?
This is
We
my
can
third time.
find out after the break.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yep, that seems a good time for a break, actually. gives everyone a moment to work out how they get answers. Yep. We'll see you back in a few minutes. And we're back. We've temporarily lost one of the cameras, but that's fine. That's reasons. Don't need to go into it. But the party have just had their long rest after having a few dreams. And Eos has just questioned them about their dreams. So, role play.
Is everyone else having these dreams? We're being approached by something. I don't know.
Yeah, I've had like 3 so far.
3?
I've only had a couple myself.
Had one back in Kresk, one when we met back up with Casimir, and one just now.
You know,
I've
like
also had
they were
three.
saying that all the souls don't pass on, they're kind of stuck. I reckon they've all become merchants in their spare time.
Yeah.
Definitely
Tonight's
offered me
stream
something.
is sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends.
Well, if you have a solution that makes more sense than that, by all means, share it.
I have perhaps an idea, but as it has been, as I believe I may have said before, it is rumored that this place we are going is where he gained his powers and his control over. It is believed that he made some sort of bargain. That is at least one of the rumors. It's possible that these visions you've been seeing are similar things. This land is full of dark and vengeful spirits. Many have died, some of great power, and whilst forces cannot necessarily leave without Strahd's will, that doesn't mean on occasion they do not sneak in and get trapped. I would treat these words with caution, but it is possible that they may be beneficial.
You say they're vengeful spirits.
Some may be, others may just be perhaps merchants or perhaps something else. Perhaps they get something out of it that is perhaps beyond our understanding as living creatures.
Well,
Likely they want to see Strahd removed from power. If Strahd made a bargain with one power, the others will probably want to see it undone.
Well,
It is certainly possible.
maybe we could find one of these spirits and maybe test the waters.
Hmm.
It is certainly an idea. I believe if we do not find them at the temple, then you will find your answers as to them there. It is supposed to be a vast repository of knowledge.
Well, we are apparently close to one of them.
Is that what they told you?
Yes, back when we were in Kresk, I was told that just beyond a snowy hilltop there lay. What did the one that told me last night say it was? It said it
Close.
was close.
Yeah.
They said it was close by to this place.
Well, no doubt we'll find them in the Amber Temple then. It's the only other likely place. Also,
Yes.
I did see something. One of the cards. I feel like we need to at some point. Hang on. Can I see the map? Is there any swampy areas or marshland that are obviously marked on the map?
yeah, but this makes more sense if the Amber Temple is the Vault of Temptation. Then this definitely could be the evil atop his Terror of Treasure.
Here, sort of area you would guess would be swampy or at least like
Yeah.
marshy, being near a river and low-lying land near mountains.
I point to the map and I tell everyone. I think one of the Tarocca deck cards points to this place right here. I visually saw the marsh There's a statue there, and in it, I think, holds a symbol of great hope.
I feel it. Perhaps we can go and investigate the marshes. I feel it wrong to invade this place for a treasure that might not even be worth
Well,
Which place? The Amber Temple or the tower?
here.
you say that, but if it is one of the cards, it is one of our fated cards that would help us defeat Strahd.
And Strahd himself almost confirmed that. Unless he wants us to try and die.
Exactly.
It does
The
seem
thing
to
is that
line
these
up.
fated cards, what has it given us? It's given me a sentient sword that drives me insane by night. Thanks, Hellware.
And it's
You're
given.
I
welcome.
think if we made a deal with these things that are on top of this tower, they gave us sanctuary. They held up their end of the bargain. To go and break that doesn't seem right.
Perhaps we can talk with them further, though. If they are willing to discuss, then we may come to a reasonable agreement.
I don't feel like negotiations are going to go the way we plan.
That's why I have a spell prepared.
Also, Elias, actually, everyone in the party can roll me a history check quickly.
I'm great at history. I'm great at history.
Wow.
That is Porky.
Okay. Intelligence.
Intelligence -1.
That was sarcasm until it happened.
Yep, Raven is still very, very dreary from. But Elias and Porky and Cade, you would know that the card which mentions sitting atop a tower of his treasure, or however it was phrased, was described as your enemy is a creature of darkness whose powers are beyond mortality. This card will lead you to him. What's the fifth card?
Lead you to him.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's definitely not a him.
We could perhaps defeat them, but this land is often a place of deals and pacts. To go back on a deal is seen as quite grave, and if you promised to leave in the morn or not go up there, then I would suggest we do so, but that is just one elf's opinion.
I'd also make the same suggestion.
I'm not afraid of talking to the undead.
2 elves, including Raven. And an ASMR, so.
But I don't want to just be up there alone talking to them. Does anyone want to accompany me? I'm only going to talk. Anyone but you, Bakan.
I'm happy
Hello?
to accompany, but I'm not willing to take from this place.
I will accompany. Well,
Yeah, I'll go.
Okay,
Alright.
everyone's just.
Yeah, if you
Pile
can do
on
what
in.
can do what these cards say, then we can stop Strahd and then we can get the hell out of here.
In fact, before we do go up there, I think it might be worth noting that they did seal it off.
They what?
Sealed off the entrance, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, it seemed to be frozen solid. You slam shut.
Interesting.
So now
Alright.
I think about it, a break and entry might be.
I'm going up the stairs.
Yeah, same.
yeah,
I'll move
well,
you up to the next floor. And and the armor went up there as well because it did.
Oh yeah, Kazan or Yakan. Right.
Yep.
It's, no,
He volunteered.
well, no, I'm activating again.
Yep.
Because Kate didn't.
Yep. So, yes, so looking up, you can see this trap door is wood, but the edges are iced shut. Almost if you were to think of like someone welding something shut, but using ice rather than heat.
Okay. I will knock on the hatch.
Who dares disturb us? The treasure is ours. Be gone.
My name is Eos. I'm a cleric of life. And I wish to see your spirits put at peace.
Our spirits do not need to rest. We are the snow and ice. We are the wind that chills your bones. The treasure is ours. Leave this tower at once.
If I may ask, did Strahd try to take the treasure from you as well? Did Strahd kill you?
No. Mortal men tried to take the treasure. Strahd accepted our claims upon it.
Strahd supporters.
I forgot
What?
And so, how do you view Strahd?
He is ancient. He is the
the land.
land. And we are the sky.
I see. Be right back. Going back down the stairs
Yep.
to see the group. So,
And
You know what?
you've got quite a high passive perception, don't you?
yes.
Okay, as you go down the stairs, perhaps due to the heat overnight, you've noticed that some of like where perhaps some ice or snow had formed and had now melted away, there is on actually conveniently where Cade and the horse are standing,
Okay.
a magic sigil.
Oh.
I was just about to speak, and then she's like, "What's that?" And like goes over to that. Casimir, do you recognize this? You didn't put this here, did you?
No, that magic is beyond my power. That. Actually, let me heal him first. Back to full health.
Oh, speaking of which, I'll also cast Aid on self. Let's do Porky again, and Cade.
That is a teleportation circle.
Oh, does it look like the one that we found, which Strahd was going to use?
Yes, similar, but the sigils are slightly different, which, from your knowledge of, would suggest a similar location, but not the exact same place.
So,
You say
this could be the thing that was mentioned about it leading straight to him.
What do you mean?
Maybe this is a teleportation circle that leads to Strahd. Atop his tower of treasure.
Right. Yes, this could indeed be one of Strahd's towers. Yes. Now that we know that they're in league with Strahd, I tell the others. You know our mission is to weaken the land. Well, they are the land. Casimir, did you say this is beyond your powers? You sure you can transcribe it?
I could potentially copy it down, but it would take some time. Actually casting the spell is not within my capabilities. However, it's possible such knowledge may be in the temple.
Are we concerned that Strahd may just come straight through this? Like, come up from behind us? They're used by Strahd.
Yes, that is possible and would make some sense. Rumors of Strahd say that at times he has appeared in places very quickly, even too fast for something such as he. If he was using a sequence of teleportation circles, then that would enable very fast transport.
Okay. I'm going to destroy it unless anyone objects as she starts pulling out a small vial of acid or something.
How does it work? Like, if Casimir copied the symbols first, could he then use that to create one to take us to wherever this leads?
No, it would take him to this place.
Yeah, then just destroy it.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep, Eos will pull out from our alchemy flask anything like rubbing oils or something that's like gonna clean it away. Slightly dissolving the boards.
Yeah.
Like an alkaline or something.
Yeah, considering its sigils, Casimir helps using something like prestidigitation to clean up the symbols.
Yeah, or soil
and
it.
soil it. Yeah, basically change the structure so it wouldn't function.
Once we're confident that the sigils have all been gone, I'll turn back to the others like, so, these spirits, they serve Strahd. By being here, they empower the land with more undeath. And it is what Strahd feeds off. That is his power. So long as the land is corrupt, the people are miserable, then Strahd will remain on his throne. I hate to say it, but I think it's our duty.
They've overstayed their welcome.
So, they know I already agree. Can I do an investigation check, see if I can find a deed?
Sure, why not?
Why not? Just to add to my collection. But they know where I stand on this.
Okay. You don't find a deed, but you find a scrawled message.
Ooh.
Turn the first to face the rising sun. Turn the seventh to face the setting sun. Turn the third and the eighth to face the center.
Can we have that in writing? You did cut out a little bit.
Oh, sorry.
That's ominous.
Mm-hmm. Did you mention there were statues upstairs as well, or maybe it's to do with those? Depending on how many statues there are.
Okay, do you remember how many there were?
DM, do I remember how many there were?
8.
There were 8 statues.
Well, that's in line with what was written.
Oh, man. And where did you find this writing?
Etched probably under the stairs when he was looking around looking for things.
That's where I was sleeping, unless I...
Yeah, it's sort of, he found a hidden panel.
Okay, gotcha. Who do you think wrote this?
Maybe it was one of the other humans who came to take
stationed
the
here.
treasure.
So it talks about facing them different directions.
Hmm.
Towards the sun. Okay. Once we have that in writing, I think.
Yes.
This doesn't sound like something would just hide for the sake of keeping a secret. What does it mean?
Don't know the outcome, but it seems we probably have to turn the statues in.
And what does that accomplish?
Only one way to find out.
Okay, what else did you see up there except the
I'm gonna
skeletons, the people, and the statue?
Whilst you're asking and doing that, I'm just sorry to interrupt. I'm just going to be casting augury for the next 10 minutes.
Yeah. Okay.
That was it as far as I'm aware. Was there anything else that I saw apart from the
skeletons beneath the snow,
spooky bitches?
the spooky bitches, the gold statues. Roll me a history. Thinking on it whilst you were distracted by the snow maidens, I would say, actually, with that, roll me a perception check. You definitely remember some details, but it's what I'll see if you were paying enough attention. The statues looked odd. That's all you can think. They were shiny and gold.
I'll just relay that.
Yeah.
Maybe instead of going up these things, because again, it's a fight we don't have. Maybe we could try and bargain.
I won't bargain with a follower of Strahd.
You don't have to turn a blind eye to it now. I'm not saying we can't come back, but we've got a long way to go already as it is to get to the upper temple. There'll be another setback.
I don't know. To me, this is one of the steps for us to get home, Hellier.
And at the same time, the fight could possibly avoid. I know we slept the last fight was stupid for us. Yeah, if we can avoid a fight, then is that not the best course of action?
Speaking of a course of action, I'm going to ask, casting augury, about whether this turning the statues to face the appropriate directions is good or bad for the party.
Well, it seems Sergei left some interesting little tidbits amongst the land.
So,
I would say wheel, providing you can turn them, that is. And with that, he fades away.
Eos picks up the gem inlaid sticks off the ground, turns to the rest of the party. Okay, Sergei, that's the one that wrote that. Not only do I know that, but I know that this instructions will be good for us. We only need to get there and turn them. That probably still means dealing with the Snow Maidens, but it is the right course of action. It is the right thing to do.
How many snow maidens did I see in comparison to the statues?
There were a number of statues minus 2 snowmen.
Oh, a 6. Okay.
Yep. You asked in comparison to the number of statues, so I answered.
There's another option, and that is that we might not need to fight them at all. Elias, how many people can you cast your Bane on?
At my level of bardery,
Mm-hmm.
6 at the max, but that's using my top tier.
It could be worth. If you cast Bane, and then I calm their emotions, we may not need to even have a fight. We simply ask if we can admire their statues, turn them, and then see what happens.
Yeah. There's no guarantee that it will work though.
Sure. Well,
But
Bless you.
thank you. That's my plan anyway.
I'm fully for this plan.
What about the rest of you?
As long as it works, you have my shield.
I think it's if it doesn't work, we'll need your shield.
Okay.
Either or.
As Porky, yeah, she'll do whatever. As Steph, I'm like, as long as it doesn't end in a fight. I don't have the brain power.
The plan is to avoid the fight.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's why Porky's like, yeah, I'm all for it. But me, brain-wise, I'm like, meh.
I tell you what, if it goes bad, we'll run out of there. We won't try to fight them. Does that sound agreeable?
As I said, Porky's all for dealing with it. The evil. It has to be done.
Porky
does.
says yes, Steph says no.
Yeah, basically, that's the general gist of it.
All right. And then lastly, Casimir, Raven.
He's still very much against tampering with this tower. He doesn't want to do this at all.
I would prefer to continue on the way to the Amber Temple. Perhaps with the knowledge there, we can know more of this tower before making our actions. For now, we are judging based on the words of these maidens themselves and some random scrawl.
Well, then would it be worth Casimir and Raven being outside the tower, scouting out just in case anything happens while we're up there?
That could work.
It is a
Because
possibility.
obviously, if we move the statues, then you've got a ground eye view from outside the tower as well, to see if anything happens.
That works.
Okay. Casimir nods. And then heads outside to basically stand here.
Do you have any spells that will help in this plan that we are about to enact?
I could suggest that one of them does something, but other than that, most of my spells
Won't work on the undead, likely.
are of the offensive nature. Fireballs,
Very
ice
well.
spells. I mean, I would imagine if it comes to combat, well-aimed fireball might be enough to take them down, but I mean, there's snow after all.
Can you aim to the top tower from here?
No, but I can fly if necessary.
Is it like so? Because we saw he saw windows on the top, didn't he?
Yeah.
Okay, so we could like, he could huck one up there, but
Yeah.
you need a better angle, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, he could stand at like a further distance, but being able to get it to a point where it's going to cover the whole tower top mall would be tricky from the ground.
Sure.
But as he said, he could cast fly.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. All right. Tell you what. If you see a rope suddenly fly out of the top of the tower, that's your signal to come and fireball the top.
Right, so he fly lasts a while, doesn't it? I feel like
10 minutes.
Yeah, it will, but it doesn't. He doesn't need to do it now if he doesn't want to. But you can cast it in preparation. In case.
yeah, he's just going to prepare it just in case something goes wrong, so that he can, because otherwise he can't cast both of them on the same turn. So
Sure,
he's
absolutely.
thinking
All right.
action economy.
Yep, that's clever. Okay. All right. The rest of us, let's try to stay calm as Eos prepares to cast calm emotions.
Yep, and the horse will just stay outside as well.
I'll prepare
And
Ben.
right,
Mm.
so I believe
Just a quick-
both
you-
those spells fly on sight.
They do, but we're gonna obviously have a knock on the door to begin with. I'll cast guidance on myself as well.
But-
Just for
Just a
Yep.
quick one. Sorry, you've moved the horse token out of the tower. Now all of a sudden, I can't see the tower.
What?
well, we're not
I
on.
You,
can move
sh-
the horse.
you should be
We're up-
here.
Yeah, we're up here.
Yeah, it just went weird on me and glitched out from over there. Yep, I got it now. Sorry, the horse. It kind of when you move the horse out over to here, that's where it dragged my map to.
Bizarre.
Weird.
Anyway,
Yeah. Sorry about that.
The
that's
horse
cool.
will chill with Raven.
I'm likely gonna have to convince them that I'm not a threat first. Do you mind inspiring me with some soothing tunes to calm my nerves? Elias?
He's currently got the boyfriend asking him questions.
Sorry, say that again.
Could you calm my nerve with a nice, peaceful tune?
No, Elias, please. I've got this.
Yeah, I'll inspire you.
Okay, cool.
Okay. As the music starts playing,
Mm-hmm.
considering playing music isn't quiet, you see figures begin to start drifting through the ceiling.
Shit.
Oh boy.
Oh shit.
Oh boy. Hey, we haven't actually done anything hostile. Oh god, there they are.
Yep, they're just drifting through, and you hear the voice of one echoing. It's almost like the wind itself. We told you to leave. Now you must pay.
No, we don't want to hurt you. And I'll cast calm emotion.
I'll Ben first though.
Okay. Because I had this like ready, if I may.
Yep,
'Cause-
and I would say, Elias had that ready, so it's charisma saves for all 6 of them.
Yeah.
Followed by.
I love how their tokens are just Snow Maiden.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
that-
are, and they didn't use it for the token.
I brought in that art because of the lack of
Okay.
tokens.
All right, sweet. So yeah,
Bane doesn't count as a charm effect, does it?
no.
No.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
One passed.
Yeah, which I'll mark the one that passed with a little blip.
Can I manifest my echo while this goes on?
Yeah, sure.
And I'll straight afterwards cast calm emotions, saying there need not be a fight today. We don't mean to steal your treasure. We only wish to admire it. Perhaps turn it slightly in a direction.
Right, so they now need to make charisma saves at disadvantage 5 of 1 in.
I think it's just a minus D4, isn't it?
Yeah, minus D4s.
Oh, yeah, it's just a minus d4, yeah. So I'll roll them all.
Yes, yes. Ooh, that's that. Yes. Minus a D4.
Okay, so I'll roll the minus d. I almost rolled that as R minus d4. I don't know what happened.
I mean, the 20's going to pass either way.
So yeah, so that one drops to a 14, which I think passes. So 2 have passed. The rest are calm.
They feel
And
yeah. The creature fails a saving throw, and they suppress any of. Sorry. They feel indifferent about the creatures of my choice. So, the party, and the echo, and the animated armor, and the chicken, and anyone else outside. Basically, our pie.
the
The indifference ends. The target is attacked or harmed by a spell, or if it witnesses any of its friends being harmed.
Oh,
Okay, so it's technically the third one. So I'll mark the 2 that are not charmed, just because it's fewer with
Mm-hmm.
well, calmed. Okay, so the rest of them go. Yes, sisters, we should allow them to admire the treasure, providing they do not steal it. There is no harm in that. The other 2 are like, fools, they will steal it. All the mortals come to steal it. Do not believe their honeyed words.
I promise you, we will not steal any of your statues.
You stay out of this for a moment. Now, I'm afraid, sister, it is 4 against 2, so they will be allowed to go up.
Oh.
Understood? One of them just sort of looks grumpy and just like, fine, but if they steal the treasure, I'm blaming you.
Can I sorry, just quickly stand next to Elias quickly and whisper in his ear? Can you message Casimir to see if he's invisible?
you cut out.
Oh,
Can
sorry.
you message Casimir to see if he can make you invisible?
Yeah.
Sure, I'll do that. While they're having this argument.
Yeah. It kind of turns into like an almost sisterly spat. But in the end, it's 4 against 2, so they're just like, fine. And they're sort of like folding arms and huffy in the corner.
Sigh of relief.
Yeah. Casimir responds with, I am currently focusing on my flying spell should I need to support you.
Only if you see it.
Yeah.
I will
So,
message back that it seems that we've been given permission.
I will still keep ready. It seems safer, like a better course of action. But with that, one of the 4 that likes you sort of raises their hand, and the ice that was sealing up the door just suddenly almost gets drawn into them. And then another one just sort of blows at the trapdoor and it flips open.
All right.
Climb up then.
Yeah, we'll climb up.
Yep.
Okay. Now,
what splendor, what opulence these statues give. Now that I see them with my own eyes, I can see what you were trying to describe, Cade. Not even words can do these justice. But I feel
Let's
there
turn
may
them.
be a way to make it even better.
actually, no,
Yes. Yes, to have it's all about lighting, you see.
Oh no.
You need to illuminate their good side. And And this just won't do. So I'm going to try and turn one of the statues.
Roll me a persuasion check.
Aos, what are you talking about? We're just going to be turning the statues.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Turning the statues.
I think I know what you mean. I feel like this one over here should be facing in this direction.
To catch the light. When the sun rises, it will illuminate. It will reflect off their golden splendor.
What? No, it's meant to be for the scry
I
that we saw
I said
downstairs.
persuasion, not perception, but yeah.
Oh, my bad. Sorry.
I don't know what your persuasion bonus is.
Oh, it's only +2. Of course.
Okay, so that's... No, it's fine. It's enough, regardless. They're like, yes, we have always felt there was something missing, some hidden splendor that was perhaps beyond us.
So,
Feel free to...
Yes.
But now the question is, which
Which one's
statue
first?
is which?
can I investigate to see if there's any maybe etchings to number
Yes,
them?
you can.
I was just thinking the same thing, and I'll give him guidance as that's...
Yep.
Sweet.
Oh yeah, I was still inspired as well, so if that persuasion wasn't enough, I have that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you just guiding or are you aiding as well?
Yeah, can I aid him as well? Yes.
Yeah, I
Okay.
mean, you're sort of looking about as well. So yeah, have advantage. Why not?
Sure.
I'm just going to kind of have a hand
Didn't
on the
matter
pommel
anyway.
of my sword and just
Didn't matter
watching.
anyway. 25.
Okay, so looking about them, you don't see an etching of sorts that might indicate a number. However, they do appear to have rank insignia on them.
Mm. Am I
Oh,
able
like a military sort of...
Yeah.
Am I able
Okay.
to figure out the order of rank?
I'd say with that, you're able to figure out like the order from lowest to highest, highest to lowest. It's now up to you to decide whether number one is highest or number one is lowest, basically.
Oh.
Number one is
think-
highest.
I think number one is highest because some of them seem to follow number one.
Hmm.
Okay.
So it would be like them telling them to point this way.
Okay. This one here has the highest rank insignia. Appears to be a general of some kind based on the insignia.
So we'll
So, the rising sun, that's effectively now, really, right?
Yep.
Which is to the east.
Yes.
So, there you go.
we'll attempt to do that.
Yep.
Meanwhile,
Roll me. I'm going to say sleight of hand if you've got it, or dexterity to attempt to move these.
Sure.
I mean, they know that we're turning them, right? Because that
Yeah.
was what we just described.
Is this okay?
Yeah, you're easily able to. It's a little bit rusty at first, and kind of working out how they move is a little tricky, but with your investigation and like working your hands around, you manage to find almost like a mechanism which allows them to like almost turn on their base, and as they turn, their weapons, in this case a spear, points in the changes position, and eventually you get it to point directly to the east.
Yeah.
Oh.
So the second one is to the bridge, whichever that one is.
Yeah. They basically, once you've established the rank, they basically go round in order, so
Okay.
clockwise.
Yeah.
Just for ease.
While they're doing that, is there anything else up here, or is it just the statues and us?
Just the statues and the dead bodies and the snow maidens. So the
Can I
statues
not-
are covered in gold.
So
Not touch, but can I sort of poke around and sort of look at the bodies, see if there's anything on them?
You can.
Investigation, yeah?
Yep.
I'll be helping Elias move the statues and pointing out, yes, look, they're even adopting a more dramatic pose.
Yeah, you just find rusty stuff hellware. So the second one, you are pointing towards the bridge, which is over here. You can clearly see the bridge.
Yeah, just like go around.
Yep.
The third and the fifth one point to the center.
Yep.
The eighth one points the same as the fourth, which the fourth one is the same as the first, so they all point towards the sun.
Yep.
And the sixth one points to the ground.
Yep.
And then
And that one takes a little bit more essentially.
You're cutting out.
cutting out.
Yeah, sorry, it takes a bit more working out, but eventually you manage to rotate to the relevant point where it's managed to point to the ground.
Cool.
It almost looks as if it's in a position to like fend off someone climbing up the tower.
Hmm.
And then you just have to do the seventh, I believe.
I'll assist with that again, pointing it towards the settings.
Yeah, the opposite way of the
West.
Yeah.
Right. Sets in the west.
Okay. As the statues are pointing in their various directions, there is a glow that passes amongst them, almost forming a magical circle of some kind. And then from the floor below, you hear the howl of a wolf.
Oh.
And you would remember having climbed up here, head mounted above this fireplace.
Can I swap with my echo to get back down there?
Yes, I would say your echo's still down there. So, yep, you can pop back down there.
Put it up.
Yeah. So, the inside of the wolf's mouth is glowing with this same strange magical light.
I'm going to assume the two pink dot ones are still down here, yeah?
Yeah, they're just looking huffy. But they're looking at the wolf's eye. There almost seems to be like the one eye that's showing seems to almost be segments.
Right.
But you get the strange urge to reach into the wolf's mouth.
Do it.
Alright. Before I do that, can I attempt to distract these two to get them to go upstairs to look at how things have been rearranged, how beautiful it looks?
You certainly can.
So that be perception?
Yeah, or persuasion.
I'll go deception. I'm better at that.
Deception.
Yeah, they head upstairs to admire the handiwork and the strange glow.
And I'll move up to the fireplace and reach my hand out to take it.
Okay.
The thief gets.
Yep.
Yeah, can I do that with a sleight of hand? Because I'm very sort of cautious on this.
Yep. Okay. Yes. So you can do. So roll a slight. Yeah, you reach in.
Yep.
However, as you do so, the wolf's mouth does clamp down upon your arm. However, there is no pain. And when your arm pulls out, there is a strange sigil on your arm.
Oh no.
And this arm seems to be made out of feathers. This band of sigils.
I will very quickly pull my cloak down to cover that.
And I am going to whisper you what the effect is.
Oh, boy.
Instant death.
Of course. Hellway
Oh.
gets the effects again.
Well, he's the one he can't keep his hands to himself. Like, ooh, shiny.
So about this downside to it, can I share it with one of my party members?
And you would notice that the segment on the eye ticks down one, but the glow in the mouth remains. But you now feel that you shouldn't reach your hand in.
Oh.
Right. The eye, you're saying, is that an item that's moving, or is it just a statue eye?
It's just the statue's eye. It's like almost it's like a segmented counter that's just counted down one.
Right.
Has he got the treasure in his hand?
On his arm.
Well, that's the
It's
treasure.
that band around his arm is the treasure.
Okay.
Or at least that's what it appears to be for him.
Well, this was
I'm-
wonderful rearranging this.
Yes. Glad we could help.
Mm. Goodbye.
So you're heading down back to the previous floor?
Mhm.
Yes. Thank you again for letting us visit and stay the night. I'll
Night.
recommend 5 stars on.
Ye old elp.
Can I,
Yeah.
Well,
can I do what Hellway did with like looking around the bodies? But
You
instead
can.
of of that, can I just like make it so each one of them looks like they're picking their own noses?
yes, you can.
what I'll do, while they're still upstairs, I will walk over to everyone, lift the sleeve to show what it is. I put my hand in the wolf's mouth and disappeared.
Let's get out of here.
Did what?
But all of you have that same urge to reach your mouth into this glowing wolf's
Reach our
mouth.
mouth in?
Arm. Yeah.
Reach your arm in, sorry.
Just give it a try, see what happens. I don't know.
How big of an urge is it? Like
Yeah.
Yes, almost magically compelled.
If Hellway
Right.
says to do it, I'm gonna do it. I trust him.
Okay.
I mean, if Hellway
Why
says to
not?
do it, yeah, why not?
Do I know what this thing does?
Yes, you do in character, but
I'm gonna look at the.
for some
look-
reason, when you
Yeah.
want to try to explain it, you find yourself unable to.
I'm gonna look at the group and just go, watch this. Stand at the window and fall backwards.
Hellway,
Drop.
And
And
looking
he's
out the window, you would
he's
see him
dead.
falling down like
He's
a
dead.
See, I'm not watching that because I'm already putting my hand in.
Okay.
Sorry, he
Let's go
what?
with-
He falls as light as a feather.
I just fall and
Yep.
back, of course, do a sort of backflip in the air as I land.
Does Hellway have any rope on him?
Nope.
Okay, good. Because Casimir would be like, that's the signal!
For you, I actually need to check just to make sure of this.
Like Tropic Thunder all over again. That's the signal!
I will lean out the window and I'll just be like, psst, psst, guys, get up here. Pointing out to Porky and Raven.
Yeah, I'll sort of say to them, yeah, I'll run over and go, get in there now, 2nd floor, stick your hand in the wolf's mouth, go.
And Casimir.
And cousin.
No time to explain. Put your hand in the wolf mouth. And grab a cactus.
And I don't mean my wolf hell either.
Considering we've not been there,
Yeah.
we're not compelled, right?
Nope.
Okay, cool. We're good. We're good.
The moment it clamps down onto my arm, I'm gonna scream out in like extreme, excruciating pain. For the shits. One sec.
Okay.
Sorry.
Second.
24 deception.
Yeah, I was just saying, you literally some sort of swan dive out of a tower. and
Yep,
land
so-
behind.
Yeah, that's great. attract all the snow maidens upstairs to what's going on. Yeah, really good job.
Yeah, but then you all think
Or
that
another
it will-
rock.
No, we don't. We still magically,
Yeah,
whether
but
we just think it's a bad idea or not.
yeah, but then
Yeah,
you think
let
it's
me-
gonna really, really hurt.
Eos, I think we should get like opposite sides. It'll be really
you-
cute.
You say this as like, say this as like Eos is in the moment of like taking off her boot. She's like, "What?"
Yeah.
Stick her foot in there. No,
Right.
shoes on like the leg, on the ankle.
So,
It's not gonna be Featherfall for me, is it?
no.
God damn it! I wanted the Featherfall because then it'd go with what I'm gonna take.
It's gonna be 1 ton weightful.
Is it a
No.
emblem sort of etched onto the skin, or is it like a bracelet, or
It's an emblem etched onto the skin.
so I can't swap it.
But I will say that there are 10 feathers on it.
Ooh, ooh, so it's like a
For you,
Hell
Elias,
yeah. Oh.
there is a potion bottle with a heart.
Oh,
oh.
that sounds like a Care Bear symbol. Right?
I think I just stole Eos's.
Possibly. All right.
Hellway
Stick-
stole mine. I stole Eos's.
I'm serious though. I do want to stick my foot in there so that I
Okay.
see what happens.
Okay.
Or unless
So
I'm
you-
compelled to do my hand, I will do my hand. But
You can do your foot.
woo!
Okay. For you, this one is particularly interesting. Foot now has
Dirty great toenails.
no 6 best almost like 6 symbols of your deity.
Huh. Okay. Which are like all different chemical symbols in a way.
Yep.
Cool.
Let me message you your one.
Email.
Yep.
Oh my god. Holy moly.
While Eos is fascinated by this, I'm going to put my upper arm into it. Just get like a good tat going on the, on the bicep. Just like,
It's like flexing it up.
For you,
it's like, this is gonna look dope, guys.
Bite of that.
It was either that or it was gonna be my head.
Oh, you've already
there
got-
is
Oh no, I was thinking like neck.
Yeah,
what weapons do you have upon you at the moment?
What swords don't I have? So I have my standard silver sword, I have my standard steel sword, I have Treebane, and I have the Sunblade.
Okay. So, on your arm forms 9 dragon heads. One of your swords, the silver sword, I will say, the hilt of it changes. Everyone will be able to physically see this. So the hilt is now a dragon's head with the blade coming out of it.
Oh, that's cool. Okay.
And I will message you that. I temporarily forgot the name of your character then for a moment. Oh my god. Okay.
You received the cobalt color. Oh, okay. Cool. Awesome.
Yep.
Dope. Nice.
Okay.
Sick.
No one else has come up. Casimir is still readying outside. So
I'm gonna send a message to Casimir to tell him to come up and,
Can I
and
try
bring the rest.
Casimir will head up and say, apparently they need us upstairs. I don't know. But whilst that's happening, the segments have counted down, currently 4 segments down. The arm walks up.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
And the chicken jumps out into the mouth.
Oh
Please
my
die, please
god.
die.
And the mouth closes. And
Drag
for a
breath.
moment, it doesn't seem to open. But then suddenly, it does burst open. And the tiny knife is now a large axe which appears in the armor's hand.
Notes.
This weapon appears to be almost made of bone.
Nice.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I will say that there is 1 segment remaining. Because actually no, I'll say there's 2. So
I was gonna suggest the rest of them do it, but
Yeah, I'll head back downstairs and I'll try to convince them to come up one last time.
Casimir.
I'll assist.
Mm,
Trying
So-
to help.
I guess Porky's down here, the first persons I see.
Yeah, because Raven's outside, Porky's inside.
Yeah.
They,
And
we've each been granted a boon. I believe they will help us. There's no cost, no bad stuff involved. All you need to do is put your hand. I know it sounds really bad and ominous, but all you need to do is put your hand inside the wolf's mouth, and you will be gifted something.
yeah.
I rolled the wisdom to see if she could be convinced. It was a nat 1, so she's convinced she'll go do it.
Nice.
okay.
I imagine it's like a film where you see both Elias and Eos saying the exact same thing, because I'll be saying it to Casimir,
Yep.
because he's the one that's up here.
Yeah. Casimir, however, shakes his head and does not seemingly wish to take it.
Okay.
Come on, you know you want to. Persuasion.
He shakes his head.
I see what Porky gets first.
Yep. So,
It'd be Porky that loses her arm.
Yeah.
Porky, you reach in and the mouth clamps down on your arm as others have done. Just checking something.
She gets out bored. She's ready to literally hack him.
No, just holding her arm back. It's like, no, it's fine. Everything's fine.
And it opens, and on your arm is a single like humanoid face with a large white beard.
She just remembers the crack about like someone saying that I didn't have a beard. And she's just kind of miffed about it. This is not the extra tattoo that I wanted. You guys at least got cool tattoos. I've got an old man on my wrist.
Is
Isn't one of your guardian spirits an old man with a beard?
should we
You
get
could like,
He's
you
not
could
an
like,
old man with a beard, but
you could ink a little Santa's hat on it.
yeah?
Who's Santa?
It does look like a fearsome bearded face. It's not just like an old man.
Odin.
Should we get Raven to do the last one? Otherwise, I strongly recommend to Casimir that he should do it, and he would be
No.
magically compelled.
Raven should do it.
Does the beard look like it
Want
matches the mad wizards?
Raven does not
No.
want to.
Yeah.
Yeah,
well,
that is fair. That is fair.
then I strongly recommend to Casimir. I will to the point of persuading.
Yeah, he'll go. Well, there is only one segment left. I thought it made sense for the rest of you, but if
Oh, for God's sake, I'll pick up Hellway's cat and put it in the mouth.
Wait,
he
what?
puts his arm in,
Okay.
and I
Don't
just need
do that shit, man.
to check something a moment.
I mean, if that failed with Casimir, I did want to see what would happen if the Echo did it. Out of curiosity more than anything. Or if
Yeah.
he felt the urge to.
Just having to check something because I didn't have one planned for Casimir, but doesn't matter. Just give me a moment. His. Yeah, I can think that makes sense. Be an eyeball. Strange and eldritch.
Weird.
And I will tell the party what it is because you might want to ask him to use it at some point. He has a one-time use of basically the effect of a potion of clairvoyance.
Okay.
Ooh.
Wow.
That's cool.
Clairvoyance. It's alright.
It's not great, but these are meant to be minor charms and boons, so
Minor. Oof. Mine's ridiculous.
Well,
yours
I mean,
is particularly powerful.
Yeah.
I could have done with mine about, the start of this section.
I've tried to give them some sense of thematics to them, but as best I can.
I'll probably end up using mine just before we level up.
mine's a
Yeah.
little situational, but
Yeah.
might come in handy.
I'm
And
really happy with mine.
with that, because of I know what's going to happen next, I feel is an appropriate point to end for the week. Because you're in an area of safety, you're ready to head out. It does seem an appropriate time to
Alright.
stop. So, thank you everyone for watching. Thank you for playing. For those watching, stick around for the Last Resort Company in about 10 or so minutes, maybe a bit more. Also, join us Friday for some one-shot shenanigans of some kind, perhaps. Or there might not be. It's not guaranteed. Friday's a bit up in the air at the moment. We're basically filling spots while Chris does some prep work for the main campaign. And of course, join us Sunday for the Witch Hunters. And of course, join us again next week. And if you miss anything, check us out on YouTube. For now, goodbye, good night, and in this case, let the wolf bite.
Shuffle them over.
Bye-bye.
Shuffle
Bye.
them over.